This is Kigali, the capital city of Rwanda in the eastern part of Africa. It is the cleanest city on the continent of Africa. How were they able to put systems in place to make sure they get to their vision of becoming the cleanest city in Africa? In this report, I will be taking you through 5 simple steps they took to get to where they are today. Come along with me.
Very clean streets, carefully marked pavements with pedestrian walkways, coupled with the emergence of magnificent high-rise buildings, makes Kigali look beautiful indeed. Much of everything has been made possible through the collaborative efforts of all stakeholders to deliberately beautify the city and ensure that Rwanda progresses. Some 27 years ago, that was not the story of Rwanda. The gains made were not easy, but they needed to be done. How has the journey towards becoming the cleanest city in Africa been like?
As I say, it's a journey that also requires involvement of the citizens that we are in charge at a local government level as elected leaders, but also involvement of scientists that are experts in the waste management. But all in all, as I said, it's a journey. We are yet to be there where we want to be.
Indeed, you want to get to the level at which all of us are dreaming of, then the best place to come is Kigali. So we are here to learn about your journey and the waste management service chain, right from generation, household storage, collection, transporting, processing it to the landfill site.
How exactly is Rwanda managing its waste?
This truck is having 7 workers, including 1 driver. That means 6 workers for waste collection and also 1 driver. And how they operate means that they go house to house to pick the waste and then put into this car. And this car is compressing the waste so that they can be able to carry a lot of waste. So they just identify some households within where they have contract, and then they go and pick waste so that they can collect it, put it to the final landfill. That's how we are working.
How different is their system from what pertains in Ghana?
One positive thing that we see here is that the enforcement is good, and then they have a kind of platform that makes it very easy for them to rally the people around to, for instance, tell them, bring the waste here and then we'll manage it for you. Aside this, we've seen the greening bit, which is positive, and then we've seen the citizens' awareness. But back home, I think we have great positives. I mean, one, when we talk about human resource, the kind of brains we have in the waste management sector and the kind of things we've been able to do and achieve.
Most of the things we've had are things that we've developed back home. What I think we are lacking is the full-scale implementation of the actions that we've developed. And we've seen that they really have the milestones, implement whatever actions they've drawn up to that point, and then do an assessment, and if they have to review, they review. In our case, we haven't done full-scale implementation of some of those actions. And I think that is where we really need to be able, if we draw a plan, do the consultations, the stakeholder engagement, are clear about the goal, we need to implement to the fullest. The argument about human face and all that does not help us, because it doesn't allow us to be able to really test the measures that we are trying to introduce, to be appreciative of the impact of those actions. And then when we review, we can improve.
It appears there are similarities. However, the little but important difference is the culture of the people here. They have played key roles in ensuring their country is clean.
Rwanda is very clean, as they say. It is sure, it is true. It is very clean because it's not only the good leadership, but also the citizens also contribute a lot in making this country how it seems to be. Thank you.
Okay, so tell me about Umuganda.
Yeah, we do Umuganda. It's community work. So as the community, every Saturday, end of the month, we do Umuganda, where the whole community, we go out in the village. You organize and meet in one place. You clean the roads, you clean the bushes around. So it's like a routine. It's a culture we've used to. Hopefully it's because of a good leadership. Because
that we are actually accustomed to making our city clean. It's like our culture because we have been sensitized by local authorities. We have different programs like Umuganda that we do so that our cities, where we live, we should always make our places clean. And we do different activities, and we know that whatever we do, if, for example, you have been drinking water with a plastic bottle, you know that you will not throw it on the road. You have to take it. There are some dustbins that were made public where you can put those plastic bottles and so on. So I think, as maybe you have also seen, the city is very clean, and we have some companies that do cleanliness. In case someone has made a mistake of throwing something which is not worthy of being on the road, they collect them and they put them in places where they have to be.
The role of waste management companies here cannot be downplayed. Whereas in Ghana, waste management and its attendant cost servicing are largely borne by government, the situation in Rwanda is different, as waste management is seen as a shared responsibility.
There is some sort of fines that they should pay. I can give an example. During the rain season, for instance, after the rain, even though we keep saying that we keep Kigali clean, there is where you can collect and put the waste. Every time when after a rain, we could experience a lot of plastic bottles, being thrown away in the water channels. So we make sure that we inspect, and whoever does it, there is a fine behind that, so that people also, in addition to the education process that has taken place, keeps going on, but also people should also feel that they should abide by the laws and regulations.
What are some of the lessons Ghana can learn from Rwanda in a bid to make Accra, in particular, a clean city?
We have all the systems in place. We have all the policies. We have all the resources. But what we need to do is to make sure that we follow through what we want to do. We should have a master plan that will follow through. Again, what we need to do is to look at what we call the inclusivity aspect. That is where we need to bring everybody on board and focus and then psych the mind of every Ghanaian, and most especially the capital city, that this is where we want to go. And I think that we can easily do. One of the biggest things I am taking home is that they are very focused, very optimistic, and they are disciplined. So with this, I think that we can do more than Kigali.